Hi, I'm Bluebee. This is 14 Days of Zines. Welcome to day 4. Today we're gamifying our zine making experience and playing Roll for Zine. Inspiration. The entirety of our inspiration today comes from the creator of Roll for Zines, Dana of Catmothcrow. Dana is a prolific zinester with over 20 years of zine making. She also has an awesome channel on YouTube with zine vlogs, tutorials, reviews of other people's zines, and our focus today, a playlist of 10 videos playing Roll for Zine. I love this idea because if you want to make a zine but you can't quite figure out how or what about, this game helps put some random constraints in place to help you. So, how do we play Roll for Zine? Dana has a printable that you can get from her website, and I'll link that below so you can grab a copy. I've printed it out, and there are a few different categories we'll be rolling for. To prep beforehand, we'll need to add some colors for the paper here. Technically, it's a D8 roll, but I have 6 colors of paper to hand right now, so we'll just roll a D6 this time. Okay, let's get rolling. If you don't have a set of dice, you could always use a random number generator online too. Okay, so we have 5 rolls. We'll need a D6 for roll 1, D4 for roll 2. We're going to use that D6 again for roll 3, a D8 for roll 4, and then wild magic. Okay, roll 1 is the format of the zine. So written or text heavy, collaged, illustrated, zinester's choice, pick 2 or all 3. I rolled a 6, so looks like it's all 3. Roll 2 is for the way the zine will be made. Digital, analog, mix it up, or zinester's choice. I rolled a 4, so it's zinester's choice. Lucky day with these high rolls. Roll 3 is the color of the paper. I've stuck these pieces down, so let's roll the D6. Another 6, can you believe it? Okay, so that's the pink paper zine. Roll 4 is our zine genre, and it's a D8. I rolled another 6 here, so we have an info zine. And our final roll for wild magic. It's a 3. I'm going to count this from the left, top to bottom, so we're going to be using stamps in the zine today. So to recap, it's a text-heavy, collaged, illustrated, pink info zine with stamps. I get to choose digital or analog, and I think I'm going to mix it up today. The idea. So here's the idea. I have made a fridge clearing chili a few times this past month, and I think I want to make a recipe zine for that. I'd like to make a quarter-size zine, but I want to do it the other way than the one that we made yesterday. I'm going to make it on white paper, and then when I make copies, we'll print it out on the pink paper. The master copy. Okay, so I have this fabric. I found these buttons, and I have some labels from the last time I made the chili. And I'm going to use my printer to collage these. I'm going to do some different layers. So first off, I'm going to start with the buttons and the fabric. Just going to place these kind of randomly on here. And I'm going to make 2 sheets of collage paper. One for the front side of the zine and one for the back side of the zine, since I'm going to print this double-sided. I just remembered I have these cool hair clips. I'm going to add those into the next page. As expected, it's made the scanner bed a little chunky, so I'm going to gently press down on the lid here while it copies. Here we have our first layer of collage, front and back. Next, to use these labels. I think they're a little big on their own and it's going to cover up too much of the collage underneath, so I'm going to rip some pieces out of them. I'm going to place the torn labels face down on the scanner bed, and then I'll put our first layer of printing on top. So here they are with layer 2 of our printer collaging. I like how they turned out so far. Now, another thing that this zine requires, per our rolls, is stamps. So as far as stamps, I have this box of cutesy little stamps. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those yet. Then I have some stamps that I carved myself from an eraser. I also have this other little set of stamps and a stamp block that I've had for a really long time. Then I have these lovely little hand-carved stamps that my good friend Makerbug sent me recently. Okay, so that fulfills the requirement of collaging and stamps. I'm going to scan these in, then I'm going to continue on in Procreate and add the recipe and all the other little details that I want to add in here. Even though my printer is typically borderless, when I make copies, it does leave a border on there. So in Procreate, I'm going to add some margins and we'll just trim those off in the end. Making copies. Let's make some copies on that pink paper. I have this zine all printed out. Let's trim off these margins and then we'll fold it up. And here it is. Let's take a look at the final reveal of our roll for zines. Final reveal. Thoughts. I really enjoyed the process of doing this roll for zine and gamifying my zine making experience. I enjoyed having the constraints. I actually came up with an idea pretty quickly once I had those constraints in place. I think that we've checked off all the requirements as far as what we've rolled for. I'd say this zine is a success and I would definitely do roll for zine again. This is such a great idea. Don't forget to check out catmothcrow's playlist of roll for zine if you enjoyed this. As usual, I'll throw this in my Ko-fi shop in case you want a copy. So what did you think of roll for zine? Will you try it out? Let me know any thoughts or comments below. We've reached the end of week 1 of 14 Days of Zines. I will be back on Monday where we'll be looking at half-size zines. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being here and I'll see you next time.